We don't need no education. Bam, 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 na, na. Bam, 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 na, na. We don't need no thoughts controlled. Bam, 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 na, na. Bam, 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 na, na. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ben Woe, what is up, my dude? Sorry, what is up, my dude? Welcome, brother. Happy Thursday. Glad to have you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I love you, and I appreciate you for being here. It's good to see you. What is going on, you beautiful stud muffins? You studly sons of bitches. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so sorry I'm late today. Again, 2 hours late. I know. I apologize. I know that yesterday I said stream was going to start on time today, and then I totally forgot that I had like all this crap to do in the morning. So that's my bad. That's on me. I apologize. I've got a lot of stuff going on lately, and I know the stream schedule has just like been completely screwed, and I apologize for that. Voice of an angel. Hey, thank you, bro. I would say that you're probably going a little far there. But I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. What is up, Cryptic? Good to see you, brother. Hey, Cryptic, by the way, I saw your messages in Discord. I'm so sorry that I have not had a chance to respond. I was crazy busy last night and then crazy busy this morning, and I haven't had the opportunity. And I didn't want to just like respond something thoughtless. You know what I mean? Because it's important work that we're doing. The Community Power World server is important, and it's a big deal. So I wanted to wait until I had time to like properly look at everything, check out the links, and like give, you know what I mean, like a worthwhile response. So I apologize for that. I'm definitely on it. Jeff, what is up, my dude? Hey, good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a couple days. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. It's beautiful outside. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Life happens. Don't worry about it. Hey, thank you, Ben. I appreciate that, brother. I do. But you know what, man? Like I've said this before, and so I'll say it again. Like one, thank you. I appreciate that. But like on my end, right? I take your time very seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like every time I turn on this camera and this microphone, essentially what I'm doing is I'm asking you for some of your time to come spend some of your time with me. That's what I'm asking you to do. And time is like being the only resource that we can't really make more of. And this is just my perspective, but being the resource that we can't really make more of, it's the most valuable one that we have. Right? So that's a pretty big request that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty big ask. I'm asking you to come spend time with me. And that's a pretty big request in my eyes. So I like to take that very, very seriously. And I don't take it lightly. And so when I put a schedule up, I try to make sure that I maintain that schedule. Like if I say that I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. In case, you know what I mean? In case you check that schedule on either the Discord or you check it on the Twitch or whatever, you check that schedule and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Husk is going to be on at this time. I'm going to pop in, hang out, spend some time with him. And you do that and I don't show up. Well, I've just wasted your time. And I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I take it very seriously. So I do sincerely apologize. I did give some notice in the Discord server today, but again, it was very short notice. You know what I'm saying? Like I normally will at least try to the day before say, hey guys, probably going to be late tomorrow for whatever reason. And I didn't yesterday. I explicitly said at the end of the stream yesterday, I said, tomorrow's going to be a normal day. We're going to be on time. Everything's going to be great. And then I didn't show up. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I feel bad about it, but thank you, brother. I appreciate you being gracious with me. I really do. Jeff, on time is relative. Stream doesn't start until Husk walks in. I mean, I guess technically that's true. Technically that's true. Hey, my wife and I were talking about you last night, by the way, Jeff. In a good way, but we were talking about you. Could care less, just wanted to give you everything wrapped up in an easy list. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. But it is important though. It is important, man, because like I think that's like a really phenomenal idea. You know what I was doing last night? Hold on, I got a spider web right in front of this camera. So last night I was with the baby, and my wife and I were kind of like we got some time last night to watch the baby together, which unfortunately doesn't happen as frequently as I would like it to happen. So we got some time to watch the baby together. So we sat in the living room together, and for several days she's been trying to get me to watch Ludwig's Streamer University videos. So I guess he did like several days of classes at Streamer University, and she's been trying to get me to watch those. So we sat down last night together, we watched those videos, and we took care of the baby. And like, you know, because I want to make this the best stream possible. I want to make this the best experience possible for everybody involved. I want it to be fun. I want it to be interesting. I want it to be worth your time. That's my biggest goal. The thing that, like, of all the things I want to accomplish on stream, the main thing I want to accomplish is I want it to be worth your time. If you decide to give me some of your time, I want it to be worth it. So we were watching this, and like one of my biggest takeaways that I got from the stuff that Ludwig was saying was that he was talking about like doing things with your stream, like having a goal, having like doing events, setting things up that have a purpose, that are fun and interesting for everybody involved. And like, as he was saying that, like, I was thinking like, man, the community server is perfectly one of those things, you know, like, so it's really important to me. Like, I just think that it was a really phenomenal idea, my dude, and I want to execute on that shit. So yeah, it's important, bro. It's important. Just a quick note, don't recall if I mentioned, if you don't want to fully restart, can always import your world, save and take it into the dedicated. Yeah, that sounds awesome, because I don't really want to restart, even though we haven't gone that far. So like potentially I could restart if it made sense. You know what I'm saying? I hear that, man. That's why I'm here, because you're a good guy with good views. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You know, again, like, you know, I definitely have views. I don't know if I would call them good. I definitely have strong opinions. I have strong opinions, and I wear my emotions right on my chest. I'm an emotional guy. You know, I am prone to emotional outbursts, but I do appreciate that, brother. I really, really do. I try my best. Even if I don't feel like I always succeed in being a good guy, I try my best to at least be an honest, like, authentic guy. Like, at least try and be authentically me. Emotional outbursts and strong opinions in all, you know? At least you know what you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Also, being late works well, especially if you planned on Halo today from Game Pass. It's fucked for Game Pass EA users. It works fine everywhere else. Yeah, I saw that it's loaded, bro. I didn't even know that are we getting early access? Like, as soon as I opened up my thing, I saw that it finished installing, and it says we can play it. Like, are we getting early access for Game Pass? Is that what's going? I had no idea that was even happening. Spider Husk. Bro, I just turned on all my lights and stuff. So I'm in a shed, right? So, like, some quick background. I'll give you a quick lore drop here, right? So I of course live with my wife and our child, and my wife is from Russia. So like about 3 years ago, we got her her mom and her little brother. We got them from Russia, and they now live with us. Since that time, slowly but progressively over time, they have taken over my house, and I have slowly been pushed out of the house. So right now we are literally inside of a 10 by 18 wooden shed that I had built in my backyard. This office used to be in my basement, in my house. I have been kicked out of my house and moved into a 10 by 18 shed, which is actually kind of dope. But problem is, being a shed, sometimes there are a lot of bugs in here. So I went to go turn my lights on today, and I have a light right here. You can't see it, it's off camera, but I have a light right there. I went to go hit the button, bro, to turn the light on, and I put my hand through a giant, thick fucking spider web. Like, sometimes I will walk in here, and overnight, and this creeps me out just talking about it because they're in here somewhere. Overnight, the spiders will have built giant webs that just stretch across the entirety of the shed. It's 10 foot by 18 foot. So they will span the entire 10-foot freaking span of the shed, bro, and build these giant fucking webs. And I will walk in here and walk right through them, and it freaks me out because I can't see them. It's daytime and they're hiding, but I know that they're here. They are in here somewhere, and it flips me out, dude. It flips me out. Love the passion. Thank you, brother. EA for premium only. You need to purchase the $20 upgrade if you have Game Pass. Really? Let's try and launch this bitch and see what happens. Halo Campaign Evolved is not yet available. Is not available to play yet. Check the Xbox app for launch date. Motherfucker. So how do we play it today? We need EA Premium. Is that another thing that I got to buy? What will you be playing in Halo Campaign Evolved first? The original campaign. Yeah, I think we'll just wait, dude. I'm not paying. I ain't got that kind of money. I'm not paying. I mean, what do we got? 3, 4 days? 4 days, 5 days, 4.5. Well, 4 and 3/4 days. Yeah, I can wait. I'm not paying. So what? Okay, hold on. So installed. All right, where's the early access? What do we got to do for early access? I mean, it would be nice to be playing today. Then again, we can always just play Palworld today, you know, which is something I need to do better on. So another thing that, like, I took away from all that Ludwig stuff was that I was watching is, like, one of my goals moving forward is to actually have a plan for us every stream, to have some kind of solid plan about what it is that we're gonna do that day on stream, even if it's just like some goals in game or whatever, but have a plan, something that we're going to accomplish that day, something that we can work on together in stream. That's something I need to do better on. So what do we fucking need to do here, man? Like you'd think that there would be an easy button that says click this button to pay us money and play right now. You'd think, but you would be wrong if you thought that. All right, fuck it, man. We're gonna play Palworld. I don't give a shit. We'll wait. We can wait. You know what I'm saying? Do we get Halo early on Game Pass? Well, well, that's what I'm saying, Ben. I don't think we do, bro. Because I did see, so I clicked, like, when I opened up, actually, you can see it. It should be still in here. It's not still in here. Anyway, when I opened up my notifications on Game Pass today, it told me your Halo installation is complete. And I was like, oh shit. And I clicked over there and saw the play button, but we cannot play it, unfortunately. Dude, the spiders are real around here, bro. Terminator! What is up, my dude? Don't pay it. I watched so much Ludwig in his streamer course. Bro, some good information there, right? Ludwig's like, I don't know, man. Like for the most, like, it's gonna sound like such shit saying this, but I think it's true, and you'll probably agree with me. Most streamers, especially the big streamers, like when it comes to like getting any kind of like useful, real, like most of them are just clowns. I'm just gonna say it, right? Most of them are just clowns. Some of them in a good way, like Peanut's funny, but he's a clown. You know what I mean? You're not getting anything worthwhile out of him. Ludwig is like one of those exceptions, man. Like that guy, he's I don't know, man. He's just like down to earth, and I don't know. Like I watched a good bit of him, and like I always seem like I get useful stuff from him, especially when he's talking about streaming or making content or whatever. He's like one of the few that offers like really good, well thought out, logical information for people who are trying to make content. Like it seems like he's genuinely trying to be helpful. That Streamer U stuff was good, man. It was really good. He repeated himself a lot, but there's some good info in there. Oh, EA or equals early access. It's included only in the premium edition. Oh, so we would need to buy the premium edition. Halo Campaign Evolved Premium Edition, $69.99. Games included Halo Campaign Evolved, Armory Pack. Go to game. Pre-order the premium edition and get up to 5 days early access. Yeah, F that, dude. F that. I can wait 5 days and play it for free. We can wait 5 days. We've got Power World. We're good. We're good. We've got Power World. We can wait 5 days. We can wait 5 days. Read the chat. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying, Cryptic. Any plans to stream some survival horror series like Resident Evil? I'd be there tooth and nail. Brother, yes. So we streamed. We played through Resident Evil 9 at launch. I love survival horror games. And so, yeah, definitely for sure. I don't have anything immediately on the list right now, but I can definitely look around. And if there's anything decent coming up, just let me know and we'll definitely check it out. I love survival horror. Resident Evil is one of my favorite like series of all time. Like of all time. The original Resident Evil game. I've told this story before, so I'll give the condensed version of it now. The original Resident Evil game, man. I remember playing that game and it changed my life. So I never had a PlayStation. I was a Nintendo kid, right? But I had a friend. His name was Jeff. And I remember going over his house to stay for the night one weekend, to stay over Friday and Saturday night. Stayed over his house for the weekend. And I remember he had a PlayStation. I never had a PlayStation. So I went over there Friday night. We played games, had pizza, blah, 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 blah. We woke up that Saturday morning, right? We woke up that Saturday morning. We went downstairs into his basement where his PlayStation was. And he had a stack of, well, really, it was a pile of games strewn around on the floor where the PlayStation was. I remember flipping through those games, man. He had Twisted Metal. I think it might have been Twisted Metal Black. He had some, you know, some general games. And I'm flipping through the games and I come across Resident Evil with that zombie on the cover. And you flipped it over and I like it. If I remember correctly, there was either like a giant spider, I think, on the back. I think it had a zombie on the front and a spider on the back. But bro, coming from being used to Nintendo, seeing that game, I remember I picked up that game and I was always a horror fan because my parents divorced when I was 4. And I would go to my dad's house for the weekend. And one of the things that me and dad did is that he would let me rent rated R horror movies. So Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, like all that sort of stuff, right? He would let me rent that stuff on the weekend. So I was always like really into that stuff because it was like a thing that me and dad did. And it was like, it felt like something I wasn't supposed to be doing, right? So I was always into horror. And I saw this cover, man, with this zombie on the front. And I was like, oh my God, can we play this? We put that game in the PlayStation. I did not get up from that PlayStation until that game was finished, and it changed my life. Changed my entire perception of what I thought a video game could be. I had never experienced anything like that before. It changed everything that I thought about games. Suddenly, like, games weren't just Zelda or Mario, they were like interactive horror movies. It was puzzles to solve, and it was survival, and it was just all of these things that I had never experienced before. Changed my life, changed my perception of what I thought games could even be. So yeah, bro, I love Resident Evil, and we absolutely play some survival horror on stream. We tend to just follow, honestly, we tend to just follow the bliss, man. You know what I mean? We just do what makes us happy here. That's sort of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We just do whatever looks fun and interesting. That's what we do. If you have Game Pass, they have a $20 upgrade to premium which grants you early access starting today at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Standard starts next week, Tuesday. Yeah, I think we're going to wait, man. I don't know. What happens if I do? Yeah, see, I've got Game Pass Premium, but it's still telling me it's $70. Yeah, it's still telling, like, yeah, we're good. We'll wait until next week, man. F it. Don't click that one. Go to Game Pass. It'll show the Game Pass upgrade option. Okay. Game Pass. Halo campaign evolved. Oh, upgrade to play now. Jesus, why is it so hard? $20. I mean, I don't know, guys. You tell me, is it worth it? If you guys, I'm gonna leave it up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Don't do it, see above, okay? Copy that. Copy that. Don't click that one. $20. Damn, I missed your Resident Evil 9 playthrough. Bro, it was you did miss it because it was pretty good. It was a phenomenal game. I mean, it was just outstanding. And yeah, we really enjoyed it. It was awesome. Honestly, man, did you play Resident Evil 9? If you haven't played it, highly recommended. I think one of the outstanding games in the series. Resident Evil 9. I said this when we were playing it, right? But like when I think about Resident Evil, like I think about how Resident Evil has like there are like two different subcategories of Resident Evil games, right? We have classic Resident Evil, which is more of the slow, methodical, resource management, survival, horror type thing, right? Where you always like you feel vulnerable all of the time. You're always just trying to scrounge for and manage resources so that you can stay alive. And that's sort of the gameplay loop. And then we have modern Resident Evil, which kind of started with, I think, like Resident Evil 4, where it's more of an action horror type game where you've got way more resources, you've got melee weapons, and you've got all types of different guns, and you're just sort of like kicking ass. And they're two very completely different experiences, right? And like up to this point, it's kind of been like you sort of get one or the other in a Resident Evil game, right? Resident Evil 9 to me felt like the perfected formula where you get to swap back and forth between those two gameplay styles so that like just when you're like getting to the point with what was her name? I want to say Claire. It wasn't Claire. But just when you're getting to the point with the girl where you're like, "Oh my God, man, like I'm wearing thin, like you know what I mean? Like I've been holding on, like suddenly you flip over to Leon and you just get you just get to stomp zombies for like an hour. And it's like this perfect combination of those two play styles that just creates in my mind the perfect Resident Evil experience. It takes everything that all of the best parts of both of those play styles and it puts them together in a perfectly balanced, refined experience that was just, I mean, outstanding from beginning to end. I enjoyed every second of that game. Oh, okay. But again, it's not currently working for Game Pass users, that is ironic. They screwed up the launch for their own launcher, but fine for everyone else. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so then we're not going to buy it. That is a very good reason. Thank you, Cryptic. I cannot agree with you more about the OG RE1. Absolute game changer, literally. Yep. The second those dogs burst through that window, I knew it was something special, brother. Yes. There's a section in Resident Evil 9 where you're walking down a hallway. There were so many like little Easter eggs and nods in that game, which I also loved. But there was a section when I think we were still in the asylum or whatever, where like you're walking down a hallway and I was like, wait, this is the dog hallway. Like it wasn't, but it was designed and the camera angle and everything was designed to evoke that dog hallway. And if you've never played the original game, it would have meant nothing. But if you had played the original game, it was just like a perfect little nod to just like kind of stir up that memory. They did such a good job, man. You can get the OG 1 to 3 on PS5 Pro now with upscaling and quick saves. Yeah, I've got so I've got the upgraded, like the remastered version of 1 on my Nintendo Switch, and I have 2 and 3 on my Xbox. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. I'd love to see you play it, but I don't think it's worth the $20. Let's wait it out until the free version. Yeah, especially if it doesn't work. Like if it worked and you guys wanted to do it, we could totally do it, but apparently it doesn't work. So we couldn't do it if we wanted to. I'm obsessed with Resident Evil, played and own every single version of each game, could not get enough of that game loop. No other series come close to how good it is. I agree, man. I do agree. Like I like survival horror in general. Like I'll play a lot of different survival horror games, and I love the genre in general. But yeah, nobody does it quite like Resident Evil, you know? They kind of invented the formula, and they've always been the best at it. I will say, though, that the original Silent Hill games on the PS1 were pretty damn good. Like with those mannequins that like only move like when you touch them or look away from them or something. I can't remember exactly how it works, but the original Silent Hill games did it pretty good too. But again, not as good as Resident Evil 1. 100% right. RE9 is a perfect blend of every part of Resident Evil. Grace. What was I saying? Claire. I always want to say Claire. Grace. Yeah, thank you. You'd only get the upgrade if you play on the weekend, which you don't. Also, it's the 3rd time they're doing Master Chief Collection, so yeah, that's true. That's a really good point, Cryptic. Yeah, we would spend $20, play it today, and then we wouldn't even get to play again until Monday, and it comes out the day after. So yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. Unfortunate. You would think, man, that as a Game Pass premium subscriber, I don't know. I guess we do get the game for free. I mean, it's not free. I pay for Game Pass Premium. It's not freaking cheap, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, if it worked, I would probably do it because I do really want to play this. Like, I'm pretty excited about this, man. I'm pretty freaking excited about this game. I'm not going to lie. I mean, come on. This game brings back so many memories for me. God, this game brings back memories.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance.
It looks beautiful.
They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What
Though
sort of
again,
weapon
like you
is it?
said, I
One
mean,
with
they have remastered it how many times now? Several times now. But I still like, again, I feel like so many of my core memories are around games, man. I remember, of course, the first time I played this, and I actually, so full disclosure, I played Halo late. I was not a day one Halo player. I played it late. I was working at GameStop when I played Halo, and I bought from GameStop with my employee discount. I bought a used Xbox, regular Xbox, and a copy of Halo. And I remember sitting on the floor in front of the TV. I still had a big CRT TV at the time. Had the Xbox hooked up, putting that original Halo in. And when that menu comes up, it was just with that music. It was like, oh my God, what are we about to get into? And then playing that game again is another game, man, that just sort of defines the genre. Not or it pushed first person shooters forward by leaps and bounds. Also, wasn't the original Halo one of the first games to do bump mapping on the console? Weren't they one of the first to do that? Which is why the original Halo looked so good at the time, because they did bump mapping, which nobody else was doing on consoles at the time. Everybody was doing flat textures, and Bungie did actual bump mapping for the original Halo, which is why it looked so far advanced as opposed to everything else. OG Silent Hill, my favorite. I can't get behind the current gen versions. It doesn't grab my attention. Yeah, I've heard like really nothing good about, what is it, Silent Hill F, the newer games in general, man. I'm not even bothering with them. The way Silent Hill 1 put the fog in for draw distance, and then it turned out to be the very making of the series, is just brilliant. I know, man. I know. That's like the genius and creativity of those old school developers, man. Like it's kind of wild. Like, developers these days have access to such powerful machines and so much technology that it's like they can do anything, but they just don't seem to have the hunger and the, like, that juice, that special sauce that some of those old developers had, where you have like Silent Hill's a great example of a series where they turned technical limitations of the hardware at the time into a defining gameplay element. Which is amazing. I mean, it's just incredible, man. It's incredible. I've seen some reviews are already calling it the Disney live action release of Halo. No, 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 no. Yeah, Halo was a console seller, bro. Most excited I've been about Halo for a long time. Yeah, me too, actually. Me too. I don't know why I'm so stoked about this one, because they have redone Halo several times. I don't know why I'm so excited about this one, man. Maybe because it's just the original campaign. Like, it's just this very simple, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what it is, because I've got the Master Chief Collection. Like, I've got all that stuff. Like, I could play Halo again right now if I wanted to. I could play any one of them again right now, you know? I've got all that stuff, but I don't know, something about this one, it is really exciting, man. I don't quite understand what it is, honestly. I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm stoked about this one too, man. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because what is it, Halo Studios or whatever they're called now? They finally realized that they just don't have what it takes to make a great Halo game, so they were like, fuck it, we'll just re-release the one that started it all because we know that's good. Maybe that's what it is. They finally conceded that they can't hold a candle to the original Bungie developers. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. Last Halo launch was the first Halo. I just gave up because of the delays around co-op campaign when it was their main advertised feature. I know, man. I know that was a shit show, dude. I think another reason is them going back to basics and remembering what made it great in the first place. Yeah, I think so too, man. I think it's because it's just very simple. It's just we're just going to remake the campaign using, you know, all of the best current technology we have. So we're just not going to touch that experience. We're going to give you that experience, but we're just going to make it look better and you know, play smoother. Yeah, I think that's a lot of it, man. Because there isn't a whole bunch of stuff being tacked onto it. Like none of that. It's just very simple, very focused, just that original campaign. And the opportunity to play it sort of through fresh eyes, if that makes sense, right? With the upgrade to Unreal Engine and everything that comes with that. It's just the opportunity to experience that through fresh eyes. I think that is what's so exciting about it. I think if they had added a bunch of stuff to it, I probably wouldn't be as stoked on it as I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like I would still play it, but I think if they'd added a bunch of stuff to it, I would not be nearly as stoked on it as I am now. Bad All, what is up, my dude? Sorry for no show. Hey, brother, no. No, 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 no. Thank you for being here, bro. Like, never do I expect you to give me your time. But when you do decide to spend some of your time with me, I appreciate it, bro. So thank you for being here, brother. It is fantastic to see you. At a SEER event with my daughter today. She's learning basic survival at Rucker. Fuck yeah. My dude, bro. I told my dad about you last night, by the way. Just FYI. I told my dad about you last night. He was pumped. He was like, holy shit, really? I was like, yep. Yep. That guy, I know that guy. Yeah, he was stoked. Have access to all the tech out there, and they picked Unreal. I mean, don't get me started. All right, let's just not even get started. I mean, look, man. We have seen that it is possible to create something decent with Unreal. It just takes, you know, it takes work. I think the biggest problem with Unreal is that a lot of developers just use it as a shortcut, especially AAA developers, right? Because they're trying to cram as much in as quickly as possible, and they just kind of use it as a shortcut. And so we end up with these unoptimized, not great experiences. Would I have liked to have seen them create a custom engine that is designed to deliver the Halo experience? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do I think Halo Studios is capable of that? No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think that studio is capable of that. I just don't. Like, they're not a Pearl Abyss, right? They're not a Capcom. Like, they ain't pulling that shit off, bro. You know what I'm saying? OG Halo / Bungie was a phenom moment that will never be recreated in the industry ever again. I agree. First console FPS that exploded on the scene. Yeah. And we were just talking about this a second ago. Wasn't it also like it was either the first or one of the first console games to ever use bump mapping? Remember? Like that was a really big, I'm sorry, I'm picking my nose here, but I got like allergies, man, and it's itching. Like, I remember that was a really big deal. Like, that was the thing that made the original Halo look so much better than everything else on consoles, was that they used bump mapping to make all of the textures actually look like they had 3D surfaces, where other games were just using flat textures where they would just paint in things, like paint in light and shadow to look like 3D surfaces. Halo used actual bump mapping, which was a really big deal at the time. I'm literally in the woods on Post teaching fire starting skills with her. Oh my God, dude. Post pictures to the Discord now. My dude. If you are, I don't know if you got into the Discord yet, but if you're in the Discord, we need pictures. We absolutely need pictures, my guy. If you're in there. If you're not in there, don't worry about it. Enjoy your time with your daughter. Also, if you have to go out of your way to do it, don't worry about it. Enjoy your time with your daughter. That's first and foremost the most important thing. So don't listen to me, but pics would be cool, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Halo Studios is just 343 and a Scooby-Doo monster mask. Until proven wrong, they need to move mountains to regain the trust. I'm with you though, bro. That's a really great way of putting it. I'm with you. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt with this one. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm taking a leap of faith on this one because I want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to do that just because for my own sake, my own sanity, and because it's something that I really want to be able to enjoy. I'm doing the same thing. I'm giving them the benefit and I'm taking a leap of faith, but it's their last chance. If they fuck this up, dude, brother, and it's from what you're describing, it already sounds like they're kind of screwing things up from what you're already describing, right? How do you launch on your home platform paid early access that doesn't work? How do you screw that up? EA did the same thing with Battlefield 6. Brother, I told you, I started this channel on Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 launch day was like it was like the huge deal for this channel. It was me launching the channel, right? I had been building up to it. That was the big deal for this channel. It was a Battlefield 6 channel. Battlefield 6 launch day was like the big deal, right? The first time I ever streamed was during the Battlefield 6 beta. And in between the beta and launch day, I did everything I could to try and build up the channel to like, you know what I mean? Like get attention and get social media footprint and all that stuff. And Battlefield 6 launch day was supposed to be a really big deal for me. And I pre-ordered the premium edition of the game. No, I didn't buy the premium edition. I bought the regular edition because I don't buy premium editions because fuck that. But I pre-ordered the game on the EA app. Launch day, Battlefield 6 on the EA app did not work. You could not log into the game on launch day. How do you screw that up? And now here we are, Halo, the series that defines Halo is green, Xbox is green. How do you screw that up? How do you screw that up? Like Halo, Xbox is Halo, Halo is Xbox. Like there's no Halo without Xbox and there's no Xbox without Halo. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. How do you screw that up? How is it that the platform that it doesn't work on is your home platform? This does not bode well. We're going to keep moving forward and we're going to call this a speed bump for now. But if this is an indication of things to come, if they screw this up, they're done. They are done. Dead in my eyes. Not only that, but the Halo franchise is hinging on this. This needs to go down like freaking gangbusters. This launch and this game need to be phenomenal. The franchise, one of the greatest franchises in gaming history, is relying on this game for life support. Right? Like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. If they screw this up, it's going to bury Halo. That's it. It's going to bury it. And they're going to have a really deep hole to try and dig themselves out of at the very least. That's for sure. Okay, Ben. So bump mapping is basically, so it's a texturing method for 3D objects, right? So when you create a 3D object in like a game or whatever, right? Like you create the object and the object itself is just like polygons, a bunch of surfaces, and you need to give it a material, right? So what that material normally starts with is oftentimes some kind of painted material where like you'll literally paint what those textures are going to look like, and you assign those textures to the object to give the color, the object color and everything else, right? In the old days, right? In the old days, when there were very few polygons, what they would do, or very few polygons to work with, and I think this is probably still used to some degree today, but it was a much bigger deal back then when you didn't have a lot of polygons to work with, right? So small details and stuff on the model, like say like the different surfaces and things like that on Chief's armor, right? Like different raised surfaces and indentations and cracks in the armor and stuff like that. Like that sort of stuff, you're not going to model that stuff because it's going to cause your polygon count to just explode. You're going to have a huge complex model that's just not going to function very well, right? So what they would do is they would just paint that stuff on. What bump mapping is it's essentially you're still, instead of just painting it on with paint, what you're doing is you're creating a map. It's essentially a grayscale map where you're painting those different surfaces as a texture. So if there's like say like a pouch or whatever on the arm, right? And it has like, it sticks up a little bit. You would paint a representation of that bump, right? That thing creates. You would paint a representation of that onto a flat, just like black and white sort of map, an image. And then you would apply that to the model. And then when that is rendered, it actually renders 3D geometry, but it's not 3D geometry. So it doesn't increase your polygon count, but it gives you the look as if you actually modeled that additional geometry into the model. And so it gives you the ability to add all of this extra 3D geometry and depth into your model without actually having the polygon cost of modeling those things into the object itself. And that's essentially what bump mapping, in a very simple definition, that's essentially what it does, is it allows you to basically paint a map, a black and white map that creates bumps, different details and features on your model that when looked at in the 3D engine look like raised and lowered surfaces, but they're not really there. They just look like they're there. And so it gives you all that additional detail without all of the overhead of having a really complicated model with a shit ton of polygons. And it was revolutionary stuff back then. And they were doing it on PC, but nobody was doing it on console. Consoles just, like, if you look at other games from around that time and you look at the textures, it's essentially very simple models with painted textures. Halo changed the game. And that's like one of the big reasons why Halo looked so technically advanced graphically at the time over other games, was because they implemented bump mapping. Battle, I'm on Discord with you, learning the different threads. I got you, my dude, my dude. I love you and I appreciate you, my dude. Hey, I'm glad you could get in there too, by the way. Again, if you like need, you know what I mean? If you want anybody to like help you out or explain anything, just reach out, brother, and we will hook you up. I know that it's a little, it's a little bit of a mess. I know that there's a lot of shit in there. Which also brings up another thing. If this is like for anybody who's on the Discord, if there's anything you think we need or don't need or need to change on the Discord, just let me know. Like my whole thing is like, I just want it to be a place that's like useful and easy to use for everybody there. So, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to me about it. Funny enough, I'm okay with their EA launch ball drop. Taking notes from Battlefield just makes me laugh. I'm only focused on the gameplay and experience. If they pull Master Chief Collection crap again and I cannot Warthog tank launch without destroying the vehicle, I'm going to be so disappointed. Yeah, so I think they actually addressed that. And they said that all of that stuff is going to be in the game. Like everything from the original game in terms of like the physics and all this weird stuff you could do is supposed to be there. is supposed to be there. That's what they said anyway. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Battlefield 6 was such a freaking letdown. You were not kidding about that, brother. EA just shredding the franchise again. Dudes leave, open embark, falling on their faces with our... I know, bro, the irony of that battle is like, is almost too much. Like, first and foremost, the ball drop with Battlefield 6 needs to be studied. I don't know how. I don't know how it's possible to, as a studio, somehow manage to get universal community support and enthusiasm behind your game. One of the biggest game launches in history. The entire gaming community is actively telling you we want this game to succeed. We want to teach Call of Duty a lesson. We need competition in the FPS space. We want this game to succeed. We are here for you. We are going to do our part. All you have to do is deliver a good experience and deliver what we're asking for. That's all they had to do. How they managed to screw that up so monumentally, it needs to be studied, bro. Like, it needs to be studied. By season 1, the entire lead up to the game, the entire ad campaign was about how Battlefield 6 was going to be grounded. None of the crazy cosmetic stuff that you see in COD. No, Battlefield 6 is going to be grounded. Season 1, like the first event we got, added fucking Red Bull skins into the game. Like, how do you... Executive vampires, my dude. Executive vampires is exactly how that happens. They say, oh yeah, we know that we told the community this. We know that they showed up for us at launch and invested heavily into the game. We know that we told them one thing, but fuck that. We think we can make more money if we do this other thing. The community doesn't matter. They're a bunch of stupid gamers. They're going to play it anyway. Well, look what happened. Look what happened. Battlefield 6 is now a joke, and that franchise, at least for Battlefield 6's lifetime, that franchise is essentially dead. It has its core fan base that's always going to be there. They played Battlefield 2042. They're still playing Battlefield 6. But as far as everybody else is concerned, there isn't anything that Battlefield 6 can do at this point to entice all of those people who left to come back and play. There's nothing they can do. Nothing they can do. And then Embark, a bunch of DICE employees leave because of all that stuff that's happening at DICE with the corporate, like all of the buyouts and all the corporate overreach and all this other stuff. They leave and they create their own studio to make something really cool. And then they somehow manage it. You know what I think, though, man? I don't blame Embark as much. I think Embark may have just kind of bit off more than they could chew. You know what I mean? I think that game took off in a way that they never expected and that they weren't equipped to support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they kind of got set up for I think that their success kind of set them up for failure in a way, if that makes sense. They had too much success and they just didn't have the resources to deliver the kind of support that is necessary to keep a game of that size in terms of player base healthy. Like, it takes a lot of resources to keep a game that big thriving. And I think they just didn't have those resources. I really do. I really do. I don't necessarily blame Embark. They've certainly made some terrible decisions, but nothing that they couldn't have fixed or recovered from. They've also made a lot of really good decisions, and they've done things that are very community minded, like giving out like all the currency and stuff for Christmas. So yeah, I think that they just I think they kind of got screwed. You know what I mean? I think they kind of got screwed by their own success. Screwed by their own success. Such a sad time for a series I loved so much. I know, man. I know. For a lot of series, man, it's a lot of the series that we grew up with, have loved, and have kind of like defined, at least for me personally, I'll say defined entire periods of my life. Like I've said it before and I'll say it again. Most of my core memories, you know what I mean, are around video games. That's why when I tell these stories, like I remember the first time I did this, or I remember playing this, like these are core memories, right? Like we grew up in that generation. Video games have always been a part of our lives. And like these series that we grew up with, a lot of what happened was is they just got too big and too successful for their own good. And when that happens, the executive vampires come in and they just start draining the life out of these beautiful, amazing franchises that created experiences that were like nothing we had ever seen before. And they just get milked and milked and milked until they're just Battlefield 6. You know what I mean? Battlefield 6. Speaking of Red Bull skins, Black Flag, shut up. No, it didn't. Did it really? Shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Shut the front door, bro. Hold on, man. No. No. Why? Why? Red Bull sales. Oh my God, it's auto completing. Oh my God. You know, like, and normally I would be very upset about something like this, you know? Normally I would probably start screaming and flailing my arms and getting all bent out of shape about it, but all I'm going to say is of course. Of course. Of course Ubisoft has a Red Bull sale in a fucking pirate game. Of course they do. Of course they do. They sell resource packs in the store. $5, you can get all the resources you need. Who needs to play the game when you can spend money? Who needs to play the game when you can spend money? Fuck that. Play the game. Who's got time for that? Who's got time to uncover their own map? Just buy the map pack. We don't care about the gameplay. We're not selling you a game. This is just a delivery service for our store. Silly? Of course. Of course. Black Flag Resynced is enjoying a Red Bull crossover. Yes. Yeah. We're never playing Black Flag Resynced again. All right. We have Pow World now. We don't need this game anymore. Yes, the energy drink, and there are free in-game items for you to unlock. Yeah, I can't wait to equip the Red Bull charm. So I have a Red Bull can hanging from my 18th century pirate's belt just above his ass cheeks. A Red Bull can. I can't wait to unlock that. Boy, oh boy, you know what? F Pow World, let's just play some more Black Flag today so we can get the Red Bull ass can. Also, what is the deal with Red Bull injecting themselves into so many video games lately? Do they think that this is going to make gamers want to drink Red Bull? It doesn't make me want to drink Red Bull. It makes me think F Red Bull injecting themselves into all of my favorite games. I don't need advertisements on the sales of the irony, the unbelievable, the absolute retardation of the irony. Corporate branding on the sails of a pirate ship. Is this what we're doing? This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We are putting corporate advertisements on the sails of a pirate ship. That's what we're doing, boys. That's what we're doing. This is so stupid. This is... The pirate's life for me. I mean, the irony, like, it really is. You know what? Like, in some ways, it's actually kind of brilliant. In some, look at this. You got the Jolly Roger. I've got the Jolly Roger flying atop corporate advertisement. No image perfectly encompasses the 2026 video game space quite like this one. Corporate advertising topped with the Jolly Roger. Nothing so succinctly describes the 2026 video game industry quite so well as this image. Nothing quite does it like this. It's perfect in a lot of ways. I mean, really it is. It's perfect in a lot of ways. It's absolutely perfect, bro. Honestly, I love it. I do. I love it. I take back everything I said. I love it. I support it. I support the tits out of it. Freaking sweet, man. Freaking sweet. Shut up. And this Halo is receiving a Fanta skin. Orange Master Chief. Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? I really wish I could describe you in detail everything that took place with Embark and how they became a thing. It was so inspiring what they tried to do, and it turned into a cash grab. Yeah, you know what? I don't actually know the story of Embark. So all I know about Embark Battle is kind of like the surface stuff. I know that they were ex-DICE employees, right? They were a bunch of like speaking of Battlefield, by the way, just like real quick, if I can just say, man, Battlefield 3. So I've always been a console gamer, right? I've told you guys this before. I was always a console gamer. Battlefield 3 was the first game that I actually literally built a gaming PC for. Like, I was so into Battlefield that I moved platforms because everybody said that Battlefield was a game best played on PC. Battlefield was developed for PC, and if you wanted the best experience, you play Battlefield on PC. And I was such a huge Battlefield fan that I literally built my first gaming PC explicitly to play Battlefield. Battlefield 3. Which was an amazing game, by the way. Amazing game. How a company goes from that to Battlefield 6 is... I would say that I don't understand how that happens, but I do. I do. But it's just like, it's frustrating. You know, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. It does. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. And that's why I say, man, that's why I say these executive vampires, they sit at the top of everything. It's not just the gaming industry, right? Like, they sit at the top of everything now. In the government, right? It starts with the government. The government's like the head vampires. And then it just goes out to all of the industries from there, right? They've ruined everything. And like, I feel like the only way to fix it is to just somehow excise that entire class of people from industry. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. All I know about Embark is that they're ex-Dice employees. I don't know the full story. It's probably worth looking into, though, judging by what you're saying. You know, in 1717, Red Bull assisted of course. I mean, how else did Red Bull have or how else did Blackbeard have the energy to be such a successful pirate? Red Bull, right? I mean, how else is a guy like Blackbeard gonna conquer the Caribbean? He's not gonna do it without Red Bull, I'll tell you that much. Gaming made Monster famous. It did. Red Bull is just starting I guess, Red Bull's trying to, Red Bull's trying to get a share of that energy drink market that Monster's been so successful in, right? The gaming market. Yeah, I guess Red Bull gives you sales now. They've always injected themselves everywhere. Random Red Bull girls showing up at functions handing out free Red Bulls. I remember that. Yeah, we actually had a couple of those Red Bull girls show up at the GameStop that I worked at. That was actually the first time I ever saw a Red Bull. A couple of attractive college age girls walked into the GameStop and gave us a bunch of free cans of Red Bull. That was the first time I ever had Red Bull. Yep, I remember that. There's the passion. Man, I try and stay calm. So look, all right, we don't have a ton of time today, unfortunately, because I started late. But there's a couple things I want to show you. Actually, I think I'm probably not going to show you much. I'm going to show you at least one thing, though. Two things, maybe. So first and foremost, right, we've talked about this before, and I know that you guys are aware. But you know how, like, I've said this over and over again, that what's happening with hardware and components, this AI bubble and the strain that it is putting on the personal computing industry in terms of access to components, is not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Like, I've said that a million times if I've said it once. Well, right here, we have the ADATA chairman warns DRAM shortage will last another 10 years. Says the AI bubble talk can wait until 2040. And we're going to read through a little bit of this real quick, but I'm going to tell you my take about why I think that this is 100% correct. Why this is exactly what I've been expecting the entire time, where people are saying like, oh, the shortage, there's going to be relief coming in the next 12 to 18 months. And I keep saying that's not going to happen. It's going to get much worse long before it gets better. And it's going to be years before there's like any kind of significant change in the supply. It's going to be so long and it's going to get so bad that by the time supply normalizes again, when it comes to things like RAM and solid state storage and all that stuff, by the time that normalizes again, they are going to have driven prices up so much, we are never going to see affordable computer components again. Like right now, what we are witnessing is the end of DIY, like enthusiast PC building as an accessible hobby for the average person. By the time all of this is over, building your own rig is going to be something that's only going to be accessible to the people who have the greatest amounts of disposable income. And it's intentional. It's on purpose. And when he says that this AI bubble talk can wait until 2040, I think he's 100% correct. And the reason why is because we've talked about this before too. This AI infrastructure that's being built, all of these trillions of dollars that are being poured into this AI infrastructure, it has nothing to do with creating consumer products. ChatGPT is simply the public-facing front for what all of this really is. And it's the reason all of the governments are there to make sure that this bubble that has zero consumer demand, there is not a profit windfall on the other side of this for the AI companies. There is no product that the public wants to buy. There's no period that these companies can weather that at the end of it, they're going to reach profitability because they have nothing that people want to buy. It's not about that. They're not just trying to get funding until they reach profitability. What this is it's a surveillance and control infrastructure. It's being funded by our very governments with our very tax dollars. And this is why this bubble is not going to pop. This bubble is not going to pop until this infrastructure is built. And by the time it's built, the bubble popping isn't going to matter because this surveillance and control infrastructure is going to be so sweeping, so overarching, so omnipresent, and so oppressive that the collapse of the economy is going to be inconsequential. So there isn't going to be anything that you're going to be able to do about it. And so this bubble that's being artificially propped up is going to continue to be artificially propped up with your tax dollars until the building is finished. That's what's happening right now. We are literally witnessing some apocalyptic shit right now when it comes to technology. Mark my words, bro. Mark my words. So ADATA chairman warns DRAM shortage will last another 10 years, says AI bubble talk can wait until 2040. ADATA's chairman has said that there's no need to discuss the AI bubble yet, since DRAM shortages will last another 10 years. So if you haven't built your PC yet, you're running out of time. You may have already ran out of time. I bought my RAM months ago. I've got all the parts for my upgrade sitting on that table. This PC that I have now with that upgrade that I have sitting on the table that's what we're going to be gaming on for the next 10 years on this channel. Mark my words. Tech markets have underestimated the global demand for DRAM, and memory shortages will last at least 10 years, as per ADATA's chairman. Following TSMC's recent stock decline after its earnings call, ADATA chairman quickly responded to questions about whether this could be a signal of the AI bubble popping up. Chairman Chen Li-Bai refuted this and said that it's way too early to discuss anything related to the AI bubble, and I agree with him completely, as that talk should only be discussed by 2030 or even 2040. So again, I agree with him completely on this, and it's because this bubble has been and will continue to be artificially inflated for as long as it takes to finish building the thing that they are building. The reason he says is so that ADATA seems to be aware of the global demand, which the tech markets have significantly underestimated. These data centers, they're going to be everywhere because they need to be everywhere, right? They're going to be everywhere because they need to be everywhere. But according to the chairman, all of this is just the beginning. ADATA's Chen Li-Bai, memory shortage will continue for another 10 years. Even factory expansion can't meet demand. TSMC's stock price plummeted after its earnings call, reigniting concerns about overheated AI investments and potential bubble. Chen Li-Bai, chairman of ADATA, a leading partner in the memory industry, stated that it's too early to discuss an AI bubble. He suggested we can discuss whether the AI bubble will occur in 2040 or 2050 after 2030. So he's saying at least 10 years. And I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. Yeah, the chip shortage will never get better. They are enjoying the higher profit margins and will never let that grow. Agreed. Agreed. They have no reason to. They have no reason to. Because while all this is going on, they can continue to sell to the consumer in small amounts at heavily inflated prices while being backed up by government funding and circular economics within the industry. There's no reason for them to stop. I cannot wait for AI to die. It's literally the worst thing at the moment. I know, like, that's the thing. Like, that's what I keep saying. That's like my main point when it comes to AI. Like, when people talk about the bubble and everything else, like, I keep trying to say that this isn't like anything that we've ever seen before. Like, look at the housing market crisis, or even better, look at the dot-com bubble, right? The dot-com bubble, it was, from a surface level, looks similar to what's going on now. But the difference between the dot-com bubble and this AI bubble is that the dot-com bubble was literally just over investment, a gold rush into a product that people actually wanted. Like, there was demand there. There was demand there, but not unlimited demand, right? And so they behaved as if the demand was unlimited until they got to a point where there's a bunch of excess supply left over, and that's when the bubble pops, right? But what you get left with at the end is you get left with a healthy and functioning industry because there's actual demand for the product there, right? The bubble can happen, but at the end of the day, after it pops, you're still going to be left with a functioning industry because you're going to have customers and you're going to have a product. With AI, there's no product. There's nothing that people want. There's nothing that AI is offering that people want to buy. It's being shoved into everything, being forced into all of these different areas, but that's simply an excuse, a smokescreen to make AI look as if there is some viable product there that people actually want and need to use. But all of it's artificial. All of it is artificial. When it comes to the general public, there's no demand for AI. Everybody hates it. Nobody wants it. So if that's the case, why is there so much money being invested in it? Is the question that you need to be asking yourself. Why? Why are governments getting behind this if nobody wants it? What are they planning to do with it? To me, it's obvious. They're planning to do what they've always wanted to do with technology, what they're already doing with technology. Use it as a tool by which they can monitor and control you and me. And that's what AI is all about. That's what AI is good at. That's where AI is powerful. It's good at keeping track of everything you say and do, everywhere you go, and then leveraging that information against you. That is what AI is really good at. And that is why all of these governments are propping it up. And that's why this entire smokescreen of the AI industry is being run on the public. Because at the end of the day, what they really want is that infrastructure. And that's what they're building. Some other stuff real quick. I want to jump into this game. I just like, so Apple is debuting the new Apple Upgrade program. We've talked about how there are rumors that Microsoft is going to begin leasing Xboxes to customers. Sony is going to begin leasing PlayStations. Now Apple is going to begin leasing phones, iPads, computers, Apple Watches, their whole product line. They're going to begin leasing these things to customers. Just the next company in the long line of companies who are all going to start doing this. All of this shit is related. This is related to this. Because what happens when the normal person cannot afford to own their own technology, but exists in a world where access to that technology is required? What happens? They have to get it somewhere, and so they rent it. They lease it. They pay a monthly fee to have access to it because you have to have access to it. Much of it. And then other things you want to have access to. All of these things are pointing towards the same goal, the same future. It is a future in which you are surrounded by, governed by, locked into technology that you are forced to interact with and use on a daily basis, but that you are not allowed to own. You will own nothing. You will be happy, and they will have complete control over everything. A future in which your access to compute is going to be able to be turned on and off like a faucet. Are you doing something with your compute power that isn't approved? Are you searching the wrong subjects on the internet? Are you mining for crypto in your spare time? Can't do that. No more compute for you for the next 30 days. All of this shit's related, man. All of this shit is related. All of it. Some good news. Some good news. I'm going through this stuff really quick, man, because I want to start playing. But we do have some good news. This is the last thing I want to show you. This is the last thing I want to show you. And then we're going to start playing some Pal World. So, Sony has zero respect for its customers. Sony thinks that you are a big, dumb, mindless piggy bank that exists only for them to squeeze and extract money from. That's what Sony thinks of you. They are taking away, completely removing ownership from the PlayStation platform. Xbox is finally responding, and Xbox is adding backward compatibility on both the PC and the Xbox for classic Xbox games. Now, let's be clear, this isn't like perfect physical ownership or anything, but it is actually pretty cool. It's pretty good news. So play more of the games you love wherever you play with Xbox backward compatibility on PC. Today, we're introducing Xbox backward compatibility on PC, making it easier to play classic Xbox games from the past across PC and handhelds, including the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. And you better believe that Blinks and Conquer are getting installed on my Xbox Ally today. Immediately, these are getting installed on my Xbox Ally. Your library is more than just a collection of games. It is your personal history of epic stories and treasured memories from the past. And as players, we don't want to leave our gaming legacy behind, even as our technology continues to evolve and advance. We expect our library of games to move forward with us and be able to play them in entirely new ways. Let me read that again for those in the back. We expect our library of games to move forward with us and to be able to play them in entirely new ways. They don't want you to own anything. That's right. All the banks are in on it. That's right. And want you to have payments for everything so they can collect interest. That's 100,000,000% correct, Battle. Look at how high cars have gone up. Look, tractors and housing. Brother, housing has gone up like 400%. 400% in, I think, like the last decade. It's crazy. People can't afford houses anymore. I am so lucky that I got into this house when I did. And I get messages every day from these corporate vampires, these big, like these big conglomerate buyers trying to buy my house from me and turn it into a rental. Bro, I will burn this mother to the ground before I see them turn it into a rental. The only way this house ever gets sold is to another family. And I will sell it to them directly through a real estate agent. And it will be a family buying this house. That's the only way this house ever gets sold. So rolling out today, Xbox backward compatibility on PC launches in early release, starting with 4 classic original Xbox games now playable on PC and handhelds for the first time ever. This marks the beginning of a broader effort to preserve Xbox games from the past and bring them to PC over time. And we are not just enabling you to play them on PC, we are also adding new features to make your gaming experience better than ever. Players can jump into the following games on PC and supported handhelds beginning today in supported regions. So we got 4 games that are launching this feature. These are just the beginning, and they're going to be continuously bringing more games into this library as time goes on, starting with a bunch of OG Xbox classics, Blink's The Time Sweeper, Conquer Live and Reloaded, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy. Fusion Frenzy isn't one that I'm familiar with. The other picks seem really good to me. This one, I don't remember this game. I don't know what, I don't remember this one, but the other picks seem really good to me. I mean, Blinks, Conquer, and Crimson Skies are all huge franchises from the time. Each of these games is now available for purchase on PC and also included with all Xbox Game Pass plans. If you already own a digital license for these games on console, that license now carries over to your PC or handheld. Like, this is so much bigger than like just classic games coming to Game Pass. This is also the beginning of them finally unifying the Xbox ecosystem and making more and more content available across that ecosystem. Because the way that it works right now, like as an Xbox person, right, as an Xbox player, as a guy who plays primarily on Xbox and Game Pass and stuff like that on PC, like the biggest problem is that my Xbox library of games and my PC library of games, even though they're all within the Xbox sort of umbrella, it's separate, completely separate libraries. This is the very beginning of them finally starting to bring those libraries together so that, like, for instance, Red Dead Redemption 2, I own on the Xbox. I should be able to put that disc into my Xbox using the Xbox physical to digital licensing, get myself a digital license to that game that I can then install on my PC as well if I want to play it. And this is the beginning of that. That license now carries over to your PC handheld. Through the power of Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming, you can now play these classic games from the past on your Xbox console, cloud, PC, and handheld. In addition to making these games available on PC for the first time ever, we've added new features to enhance the experience on PC while preserving the original gameplay. Players can customize graphics settings, including up to 4x resolution scaling, which is going to be important, VSync support, full screen and windowed display modes, anisotropic filtering, enhanced anti-aliasing, and more. These games also include customizable language and audio settings. We plan to add even more features to Xbox backward compatibility games in the future. I'm excited to share that later this year, we will be bringing one of the top fan-requested features to select original Xbox games on both console and PC achievements. The first 4 games releasing in preview today will be updated to include achievements in the coming months. This is freaking awesome, bro. This is awesome. This is how you do it. Remember, like we've talked about, like Xbox, with everything going on with Sony, all that Xbox needs to do is be smart and capitalize on this moment. This is the beginning of that. This is everything that Sony is doing. This is moving in the opposite direction. This is saying, no, no, no. We believe that your game library is something that you own and is important to you, and you should have access to those games and continue to have access to those games no matter what. And again, this isn't like perfect physical ownership or anything like that, but this is definitely a move in a really good direction. And I'm, one, really excited to play a couple of these games. Crimson Skies. I mean, come on, man. Come on. That's a classic. That's a classic. Crimson Skies is a classic. Conquer. Yeah, so I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play most of these games, and really excited to see like what games they bring over next. This is how you do it, man. This is how you build Xbox back into an ecosystem that it is worth people becoming a part of. You know what I'm saying? This is how you do it. This is how you do it. So some good news. Some good news. I know, right? Backwards compatibility makes me super happy too, Ben. I agree with you, brother. Look at the massive lawsuit against John Deere for not allowing farmers to maintain their own vehicles. Bro, I heard something about that. Ford is literally trying to do that same thing. Yeah, I've been hearing about this, man. Like, this is insane. This is insane what's going on with vehicles right now and not being able to maintain and work on your own vehicles. Like, but this is the direction everything is moving. That vehicle, you don't own that vehicle. We own that vehicle. You can't work on our vehicle. You're just renting that vehicle from us. That's not yours. That house you own, you don't own that house. Like, yeah, bro. You're not going to buy a car. You're going to lease the software access. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's the direction they're moving. And we just got to continue to fight against it. We just, like, we can't accept it. We simply cannot accept it. Can't do it. Can't do it. That's not a world. I just had a son. My son is not going to live in that world. I refuse. Brother, I refuse. Fusion Frenzy is amazing. I've never heard of it. It's Xbox's Mario Party. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never really played those party games. Maybe that's why I never heard of it. Okay, so that's why they brought it back. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Holy shit, it's almost 3 o'clock already? Damn, guys, you let me run my mouth for way too long. Why didn't you stop me? You should have stopped me. You should have said, hey, Husk, shut the fuck up and play the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was short-lived because number 2 flopped so hard and kind of killed the franchise too early. Ah, that's a shame. All right, boys, we're back in it. Come on now. So we beat boss number 1 last night. That was exciting. And we've got some ingots going. All right, let's see what we got going on with the base here. So these guys can only do fire, so I'm only going to keep one of those out. All right, you know what? So now I need to make the medicine bench now because I've still got... This guy still has a broken leg, so I need to make the medicine bench, which I think I need to... Yeah, I need to do that to upgrade our base. All right, so we need another berry plantation. We need a medicine bench, and we need a high-quality workbench. So let's start with the berry plantation, because we can do another berry plantation. I kind of want to put my berry plantations together, but I don't want to tear a bunch of stuff down. We'll put another berry plantation here. Berry plantation. Is this good? We can put one here, right? No. That's no good, right? Swap a sheep with the Eevee looking like dog cat in the farm, or remove someone random and toss it in. Cats are too useful to leave them alone. Wait, say that again. Swap a sheep with the Eevee looking like dog cat in the farm. Wait, what are you talking about? With this guy? I mean, we've got 2 cats out. This guy? Vixie in your current setup. I don't have a Vixie out. Oh, in my... Oh, in here. In here. So, wait, what? So swap a sheep. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, he generates power. Oh, you're saying put him in the farm somewhere. Sometimes digs up items from the ground when assigned to ranch. Oh, okay. I got you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So swap him for somebody who's not super useful. Okay. What's this guy do? No, he's my planter. I need him. Yeah, it'll probably be the sheep, huh? The frog waters. I need him. This guy logs. So it'll be the sheep, I think. It'll be the sheep. And then throw him in the farm. Come here, Buster. Where are you going? Okay. And so he can dig stuff up. Gotcha. And he immediately left. Where are you going? Oh, he's going to sleep. All right. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Okay, so we need to build another... We need to make another berry thing. I need to move these. These are in a bad spot, but I don't want to move them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Course ammo. Where's my ingots? There's my ingots. So I know I need some of these. Where should I put the ingots? I need to organize, man. I'm going to do that off stream, though. But I seriously need to organize. Like, big time. Yeah, we'll just put ingots in here for now. What's this? Little kinship peach. Consumable. A small fruit filled with kindness. It is said that a pal who eats it will open its heart to humans. Choose carefully which pal you give it to. You know what? We're going to store that for a while. And we're going to wait to decide on who's going to get that. We'll put that in here. I'm not sure who I want to give that to yet. So we're going to wait on that. Who are... Shady Pharmacist, who are you? We're a traveling caravan passing through these parts. It's fate that we've crossed paths. Take a look at our goods if you're interested. What do you got? Ooh. Suspicious juice. Juice that improves mood when consumed. Drinking it increases work speed for a period of time, but lowers sanity. Low quality recovery meds. Medicine that heals. Wow, that's expensive. Heals wounds over time. Low quality, but restores some health. Okay, I think this is what I need to heal. It says sprain. It doesn't say fracture. So this isn't going to heal the fracture then, is it? Well, it says it heals sprains, but not fractures. Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't need anything from you then, bro. I don't need anything from you. Where should I put my other berry farm? I'll put it right here. F it. Yeah. Let's put it... We're going to put the other berry farm right here. Yeah? Right here? Yeah, we'll put it right here. That's fine. Right? All right, now... Okay. Right. All right. Let's go to sleep until morning. Let's make some more ingots. Actually, wait, let's see what we need first. So I need to make a primitive medicine bench, I think. Production. PAL gear workbench. So I need cloth for that. High quality workbench. Wait, where's the primitive medicine bench? Sphere workbench. Megasphere. Medieval medicine bench. Yeah, Where is that? Production. Oh, it's down here. I need to make some nails. What do I need? The different workbench to make nails? I need the high quality workbench. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing, fella? Why are you walking around my shit, bro? Huh? You got beef? Cause I'm saying if you want to throw hands, we can throw hands, son. I don't know what you're eyeballing. I don't know what you're eyeballing. Okay, but there's nothing that your eyeballs need here. There's nothing for your eyeballs here. You stayed here all night, bro. Wait. What? Okay, wait a minute. 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 Wait just a minute. So... I need nails to make this workbench, right? But then don't I need this workbench to make... Or wait, do I need to buy the recipe for nails? Maybe I just need to buy the recipe. Nails. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. Nails. Yes. 3-shot bow. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big dummy. I just needed to buy the recipe. All right, let's make some nails. So how many nails am I going to need? I'm going to need 10. 15. I'm going to need 15 nails. Workload is 15. So is this going to make nails time 5? Bro, what are you people doing walking around my camp, homie? Big and tatted! What is up, my dude? 6! What is up, brother? Did you end up beating the boss? I sure did. I sure did. Whooped his or her ass, son. Whooped that ass. Sure enough did. What is up, Big and Tatted? Good to see you, brother. I hope you're having a good day. Wait, what? I don't understand these numbers here. Yeah, we beat the boss, and now we're trying to get to the next base upgrade. Okay. So now, there we go. Oh, this is a bigger bench. Okay, that can't go there. This is gonna have to go. All right, so we got to start doing rows, right? You said. You think here? Work swinging me from midnight to day shift. Been killing me this week. Yeah, that's rough, bro. That's rough. Are they pushing you back and forth from one to the other? That's brutal, man. That is brutal, my dude. Yeah, bro, big and tatted. By the way, one, if you have Game Pass, Power World is on Game Pass. Two, we are making a community Power World server for the Discord. So if you decide to come join us and play Power World, we are going to have a community server. It's going to be dope AF, brother. It is going to be dope. I don't know, man. Where do I put this thing? I mean, I could do like this sort of situation, right? Put it on the roof of your house. I guess I could, couldn't I? Yeah, I could. No. Let's put something better on the roof of the house. Copy that. We still got to get the server and everything set up. So we're just figuring it out now, but it's coming. It's coming very soon. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, should I... Or, like... I mean, we could do, like, this sort of situation. And we could do this sort of deal. Yeah, I guess we could do this, right? I think depending on the server we get, it's potentially a lot, I think, depending on the server we get. I don't know. Cryptic might know more about it. He was looking into it. At least like I mean, at least enough for everybody. I think it depends mostly on the server we get, but it can hold a good deal of people, I believe. I mean, I don't know. I guess let's just do this. Yeah. We can just do this. "7 days to die." Can we do that? We can do that. We can do that. I mean, is that a thing? You can do, like, private... I've never played that game, you know that? Yeah, look, this is a mess, man. I'm so bad at organization and, like, laying stuff out, man. This is not my strong suit. I need to practice. Okay, now what do we need? Now we need a medieval medicine workbench. which is... That's a small one, so we can put that one back here. Just like this. How? Huh? What do you think? Yeah? Perfect. Shazam! The biggest issue / cost with the server is seats and concurrent players. So best idea is to throw a poll up and get a rough player count and start small. Yeah, that makes sense. I have 700 plus out. Holy shit, dude. I could host you on my map that's already built, but that's not fair. You need to struggle and learn. Yeah, I've never... What is 7 Days to Die? I've never played that. Then from there, you decide, do we solo homes and or break up to 3 to 4 guilds with a primary home each, or if we all just work off the same homesteads? Yeah. Right. Right, yeah. Yeah, these are all the details we need to sort out, huh? I think, personally, I like the idea of guilds. I like the idea of guilds because it promotes a little bit of competition, right? We can, if there's people who want to do PvP, we can have PvP guilds, right? We can have non-PvP guilds. And because it's going to be us, like, you could do that sort of thing and people would respect it, right? Like, if there's a guild that they're like, look, we don't want to do PvP. We want to work on this base together, build this thing up. You know, and you know, people will leave them alone. But then if there's other guilds who are like, yeah, we want a PvP. Yeah. I like that idea. Then most important, rule set. Vanilla, PvE, PvP, hunger, yes, no, wait, yes, no, etc. Yeah. 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 Right, because you can, like, turn off hunger and stuff like that, right? Can you turn off weight, too? Jeez. I mean, like, yeah, man, I don't know. My, like, just off the bat, just thinking about it, I can say that, like, should I put another sheep in the farm? Put another sheep in the farm? We can put another sheep in the farm, yeah. Yeah, let's put another sheep in the farm. Right, so we can get wool. Come on, little fella. You're supposed to be in there too, Buster. What are you doing? How do I see... Okay. Metal chest and sphere workbench. Metal chest. Okay. Okay. Well. And a sphere workbench. How big's the sphere workbench? Where's the sphere workbench? Metal chest. Okay. Sphere workbench. We need nails and ingots. Okay. And metal chests. We need more wood and ingots. All right, so we need to make some ingots for sure. So let's get some ingots going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What? 50? Should we do 50 ingots? Yeah, let's do 50. Okay. What do we got over here? High quality workbench. What's the difference? What's the difference between high quality workbench and the regular workbench? High quality workbench. Oh, produces faster than primitive workbench. Requires PAL with handiwork trait. Oh, so I can actually get rid of some of my primitive workbenches now. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay. Medical supplies. Strange medical supplies that are effective at treating ulcer and fracture. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, sir. Damn, this is slow. This is slow. If they haven't changed it, you may still be able to scale some options, such as instead of removing weight altogether, maybe 0.5 versus 1, but there are way too many toggles to discuss in this type of chat. Yeah, we're going to have to... Yeah, like, we're going to have to... So... Yeah, I think step one... Step one is this weekend... This weekend, I'll throw up a poll... and we can gauge sort of how many people are interested, right? And then once we gauge who's interested, what I think we should do is then work with those people through Discord at scheduling a time that we can just all get together on Discord, like in a call or whatever, and go through all of the options and just one by one democratically just decide like rule set, all that other stuff, right? We can all go through that together. And then just kind of go from there, right? Like we can decide guilds and stuff like that. We can then make like a general all voice chat for all Power World. We can make individual channels for each of the different guilds, right? Just like step by step until we get to creating the server and then just cut everybody loose on it. Yeah. So I will work on this weekend. I'll get a poll thrown up. And for like the next week, next week throughout stream every day, we'll just let everybody know, hey, if you haven't been into the Discord server yet, the Power World community server poll's up. Make sure you let us know through the poll if you are going to want to play on the server, because we need to make sure we have a seat for you. If you've got family members you know that are going to be playing on the server, make sure you include them. You know, so like, yes, plus 1, yes, plus 2, yes, plus 3, like whatever, right? Get all that gauged out. And then all of those people, once we know who's interested, we give everybody plenty of time to let us know that you're interested in playing on the community server. Then we get a call scheduled. And we start hashing out the details like rule set and stuff. Ooh, shit, I'm hungry. Okay. fracture. Right. Now, can I feed him from here? Oh, I don't think I can feed him from here. I gotta put him into my... Okay, I got it. I gotta put him in here. Okay, now I can go here, use, and use it on him. Yay! Finally! Finally, buddy. You're all healed. Look at that. No fracture. Look at you. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. All healed up. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Okay. Now we need a sphere workbench and a metal chest. Right, we were making ingots and nails. I need to go get some wood too. We're in desperate need of wood. Oh wow, there's a lot of wood out here. Good job, guys. Damn. Job, fellas. Good job. I need to see if I can make some better weapons now, too, man. Now that I can make ingots and stuff. I should be able to make metal weapons. That's going to be a big upgrade. Look at this little dude. Look at him. Look at him logging. Look at this little fella logging. Look at this little guy. Look at him. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
7 Days to Die is zombie survival, crafting, resource gathering, house base building, and every 7 days a huge horde comes for you. Ah, okay. That sounds pretty interesting. I might be into that. Like, this game's kind of gotten me, It's definitely warmed me up to the survival crafting genre. I'll say that much. But that said, I will say I think this game's special because of the Pokemans and everything else. Like, that's all part of it for me. The Pokemans go a long way. They do a lot of work for me in this game, personally. You know what I mean? Like, the Pokemans do a lot of legwork for me in this game. Just a heads up, can have 20 people interested with a 10-player server as long as not all 20 try to sign in at once. It's alert full server but won't lock them out and can sign in when someone logs out. Okay. Tiny, what is up? Yes, we are. We're just talking about it, brother. We are just talking about it right now. You're just in time. We are absolutely still doing the community server. We're just hashing out some details. So this weekend, Tiny, I am going to throw a poll into the Discord server this weekend. And this poll is going to be basically, will you be interested in playing on the Pal World community Discord server? If so, yes, plus like how many. If you've got like family members or whatever who you want to be able to play on there with you too. And so that like step one, we just got to figure out how many seats are we going to need on the server. I'm going to make that poll this weekend. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'll make it this weekend and we'll leave it up all next week. Right? We'll leave it up all next week, and every day on stream, we'll just make sure to remind people, if you haven't been to the Discord server, make sure you respond to the Power World poll. And then after a week, when we get the final numbers in, like how many people are we going to have on the server and who's going to be there, next step is going to be to schedule a call with all of those people so that we can then start hashing out like rule sets, you know, like all of the, like, how do we want to do guilds, PvE, PvP, weight, hunger, like all the rule sets and all that stuff. We're going to do all that in a call together after we know everybody who's interested. And then from there, it'll just be getting the server and getting it set up and then cutting everybody loose. How do I get into the Discord? Where's the link? So the link is in the bios of all of my socials. So just go to my YouTube page, and I think it's like info or whatever. You'll see it right there. There's a Discord link in there. Just click that link, and it should automatically get you into the server. Big and tatted. See you tomorrow, brother. Have a good day. Try and stay rested, my dude. Keep your head up, brother. You're doing the Lord's work. I know it's rough, but you got this, bro. That's a tough shift, my dude, but, you know, you got this. You got this, bro. I'd like vanilla completely except eggs. I'm also leaning towards vanilla. That's my preference as well. That's my preference as well as vanilla. I like the vanilla rule set. I do. What's this? Oh. What do you mean besides eggs, though? What do you mean besides eggs? Because I don't know what eggs are. I need to start making some fences, don't I? My base sucks, man. I need to, like... I need to get better at organizing, dude. Like, my base is just... I need to get better at base building. Big time. Because my base sucks. It's just like... Look at how it's all just haphazardly laid out. I wish it was better. Okay. All right, so what do we need to build now? Also, I need to tear down... Okay. What do we need to build? We need to build a spear workbench and a metal chest. Okay. Okay. So, what do we need to build a metal chest? I need ingots, and I have ingots. I should have ingots here. Yes. Okay. And I can tear this down then, right? Because I don't need this anymore. Because I now have the better workbench. So I can tear this down. And I can do this. Yeah, perfect. Ha! I think they're talking about the eggs you hatch / breed. Some take an obnoxious time to hatch. I would want incubation time lowered on the egg incubators. Vanilla huge eggs are like 36 hours. Oh, okay. All right, copy that. Copy that. Yeah, so the way that we're going to do the rules, Tiny, is once we get everybody into a call, we're just going to hash it out democratically. Just by, you know, just by vote. You know, how many people want vanilla for this rule? If it's a majority want vanilla, then that rule will stay vanilla. If a majority don't want vanilla, then we'll hash out the details of what changes everybody wants. And we'll just do it based on majority preference, basically. Oh, that's nice. These chests are much bigger. Okay. So I can start tearing down these chests too. And I can put big chests in instead. So that's good. All right, so now we need to build a sphere workbench. We need to make nails. Right, that should be enough nails, right? That's 10, 15. We'll make... No, that should be... I think that's all we need. All right, and now we can make a sphere workbench. Oh, man. I need to tear all this stuff down, bro, and I need to just rebuild everything, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do that right now. What do I need for this? I need to make some cloth. How can I make cloth? Cloth. Okay. Let's make some cloth. Wait. What do I need to make the medicine workbench? Okay, medicine workbench is nails. Okay. See, man. This is all jacked up. This is all jacked up. See, what I should do... Wait, how big's the sphere workbench? It's a big workbench. Let's see, I could put it here. Right? I could put it there. All right, F it. We're just going to put it right there. Fuck it. You need a base builder friend so you can spend time catching pals and exploring. I know. I know. I know. This is the part I'm not good at. I need to just be out there in the wild, bro. Out there in the wild, butt-ass naked, catching pals. That's me. We can upgrade our base again, though, so that's exciting. All right, sweet. And so what can we do with this? So what's this? Just make them faster? Produces spheres, requires power with handiwork. Wait, I already had one that made POW spheres. Does this one make them faster or something? Because this one makes POW spheres. I guess this one can make higher level POW spheres, right? Yeah, like this one. The Mega Sphere. Capture power 14. Yes. 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 What do I need for those? Ingots. Ooh, these are much more expensive. Okay. Okay. Upgrade. Shit, son. We can build a whole nother base now. I don't think I'm going to yet, but... Alright, what should I put out? What do I need? What don't I have one of yet? So I don't have a pal that can make medicine. I need to find a pal that can make medicine. I know that much. I mean, I think I've got everything else. I could put out another watering pal since I've got two of those things. Right? Maybe. Yeah, let's put out another pal that can water, maybe. Can put out one of these guys. Or no, let's put out another frog, because they can do more than just water. They can water and plant and everything else. So let's put out another frog. Okay. Alright. So what do we have next? Base upgrade. Build a cooking pot, build a wheat plantation, and build a mill. Okay. What's up, dude? What do you need?
The wheat back. If it fell off when we were doing that.
It's in the shed,
Yeah, do you know like where?
or in my it's in my shop. It's on the shelf.
Like which shelf?
The shelf as soon as you open the door. Are you guys weed whacking?
Yeah, we didn't want wheat back here because we didn't want to interrupt this weed.
It's okay. Thank you.
I think when it fell off.
Okay. Yeah, it's in my shop. I'll be done in a little while. I'll come out and help you guys. Okay, so what was I doing? I need to build a mill, a wheat plantation, and actually I want to make some better weapons. So let's look at what we have for technology. We have oh my god, we have a crossbow? Fires an arrow effortlessly, though it takes time to load. It delivers a powerful shot, can be crafted at high-quality workbench. Oh, snap, son. So wait a minute, what do we have? We've got the 3-shot bow, an enhanced bow that allows 3 arrows to be fired simultaneously by some strange mechanism. It only consumes a single arrow when fired. Ooh. So this is an attack 40. This is attack 280, but it's slower. What else do we have? We have metal spear is an 80 attack. Meat cleaver. Pelt armor. Armor made from leather. Where am I getting leather from? Its warmth and defense have been improved, can be crafted at high quality workbench. Maybe we need this. Okay. Immobilize those who step on it. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking we make the 3-shot bow and the metal spear. Yeah. It's attack 80. What's this? Attack 50. Yeah, I think we make the 3-shot bow and the metal spear. That's what we're going to make. And the pelt armor. Yay, son. Okay. So let's do metal spear. We need ingots. Am I really out of ingots? Shit. I need to make ingots. Let's make some ingots. Metal spear. Yay, son. Oh, I need to make another bed for my pals. Shit, I need a 9th bed. I don't like how on the right-hand side, you know how it shows you your pals and what condition they're in? I don't like how I can't see all of them and I can't scroll that menu. I don't like that. Okay, we need to make some more beds here. Okay. Now let's make the 3-shot bow. 3-shot bow, son. Attack 40, regular bow. Oh, wait. Wait, is the old bow better than the 3-shot bow? Or is the 3-shot bow... I don't understand the attack value. What's up, dude? Okay, we got 3-shot bow, which we will swap with the old bow. And now we're going to make some armor. Pelt armor. Defense 35. Right? Because that's better than the armor that I have on. Yeah. Okay, we're going to make some pelt armor. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. I like where this is going. I like the direction we're heading. Okay. Nice. Nice. Can I sell any of this old stuff? Like, can I sell the cloth outfit to somebody? That would be nice if I could get some freaking money out of it. Training dummy shaped like a pangolin. Feathered hairband. Let's make one of those. Okay. Feathered hairband. All right, sweet, man. Sweet. Okay. What's this can be used to open locked treasure chests. All right, so we should keep that on us, right? Small pal soul. A spirit left behind by a small pal. It can draw out hidden abilities if offered to a statue of power. Okay, I've got a few things I can offer to this statue of power. Enhance player stats? Oh, wait a minute. Enhance PAL stats. Okay, what? Required 1. Okay. All right, sweet. Now we can enhance movement speed. Nice. Wait, what? Required 4. This is weird. Required PAL effigies. 4. Okay. All right. Okay. Sweet.
Yep.
What do you think? The pals don't need to access this, right? Only me? Yeah, late stream today, brother. I got started late, so I'm going to stay until 4, I think. I was 2 hours late to start today, so... Oh, how did you guys get up here? Oh, you guys can get up here. Fixed assignment management. How does this work? Okay. And I'm just gonna let them... I'm not gonna set work preferences. Okay. Set work mode. Normal mode. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at normal, I think. We're gonna keep it at normal. All right, a wheat plantation, huh? What's a wheat plantation? Yeah, this is Power World 1.0. It is absolutely cross-play. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Mac, actually. There's a Mac client for it, too. Yep. Yep, you can play from your PS5. We can all play on the same server. It's phenomenal, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I've said it before. I've not been a huge fan of survival crafting games, right? Just not been my thing. I've tried to get into a couple different ones in the past. Just not feeling it. This game, bro, this game's phenomenal. Like, if you've ever been interested in Pokemans, but like maybe, you know, you couldn't really get into them because they're really not that deep. They're not that impressive gameplay wise. They're pretty simple. But you've been interested in Pokemans, this is the game. This game is like big, deep. It's as complex as you want it to be. Like, there's so much cool stuff going on. The Pokemans are incredible. It's super cool, man. It's super, super cool, dude. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, man. Check it out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm not such a noob. Also, I'm sure my kids will play as well. Yeah, dude, give it a shot on Saturday. Get yourself familiar with it, and then I guarantee you, like, there is some, like, you know, I haven't gotten too far in with it, but I've seen some stuff. Like, there's some crazy stuff you can, like, it's very open ended, you know, so you can do some wild stuff to your pals. You can capture humans, and so there's some crazy stuff you can do. But I think generally it's very kid safe because, you know, there isn't like anything crazy in terms of violence or anything, at least as far as I've seen. There's some wild stuff you can do that seems a little immoral, but you know, it's a video game. You know what I mean? It's basically, it's like if Nintendo or Game Freak or whatever ever decided that they actually wanted to put effort into Pokemans and make the game that fans have been asking for forever, it would look something like this. Like, they've taken that concept and they've gone further with it than Nintendo would ever even dare to dream. They've just taken it into a whole other stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool, man. It's a lot of fun, dude. It's a lot of fun. Okay. 7 Days to Die may not be for you then. Yeah, like traditionally, that's why I said like this game's kind of warmed me up to the survival crafting thing, but for me, it's like, honestly, it's these guys. These guys are doing a lot of heavy lifting for me personally when it comes to the enjoyment I'm getting out of this game. You know what I'm saying? It's the Pokemans. They're doing a lot of the heavy lifting for me. I really like these guys. They're cool. They're very cool. Okay, so I need to make a wheat thing. Production, logging. All right, so where's the wheat? Oh, the wheat plantation I haven't opened up yet. All right, so it's time to go. Oh, what's this? No, wait a minute. Oh, no, I got the egg incubator. Wait, I unlocked some shit, son. Egg incubator. Grappling gun. It fires a hook that launches onto distant targets, pulling the user's body towards the target. It allows for easy movement between places with varying oh, fuck yeah, I need one of these. Yes, please. And what's this? PAL Essence Incubator. Combines several PALs of the same type to create a higher ranked version. Yes. 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 All right, I need to make some ingots, bruh. Wait, let's try something here. Ingots. Let's make 50 of these bad boys. Oh, wait. Let's make 10? Okay, we'll load those up. All right, so grappling gun I need ingots for. Grappling gun. Wait, so where'd my egg incubator go? Where's that get made? Where do I make the egg incubator? Is it here? No. Here? No. Where do I make the egg incubator? Why can't I make the egg incubator? I just unlocked the... Oh, wait. I make it here, don't I? Egg incubator. Okay, so I need cloth to make the egg incubator. Okay. There's got to be a way to move stuff from one chest to another, yeah? All right, finally I can incubate this egg that I got, like, on day 1. Yay, son. Okay. So that's going. Sweet. Yes. Yes. Give me a hand here, kitty. If you don't mind. Man, you know, from like a development perspective, there's some pretty complex stuff going on in this game, man. Like, there are a lot of different systems working at all times. This game is impressive. This game's legit impressive, man. Oh my god, yes, we've got a grappling gun. We have a grappling gun. Where does this go? Sphere accessory? No? It goes in weapon, I guess. Okay. No way. Hold on. No way. No way. Oh my god, that grappling gun is awesome. The grappling gun is awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Did you see the grappling gun? Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Are you... What are you doing? Oh my god, the grappling gun's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I mean, we're making some progress. We got an... We got a Mozarina. What? What's that? Mozarina. Sometimes drops milk when assigned to the ranch. Alright, sweet. I love it. I love it. Let's pick all this stuff up. Holy smokes, guys. You guys have been busy. You guys have been busy. Good job, guys. I need somebody who's faster at gathering stuff. Is anybody working? Oh. Oh, I need to collect that wood. Oh, that's a shitload. I was wondering what was going on with all the wood that was coming from there. Where did all that go? 198. Wow. Okay. Well, 4 o'clock. I think that's going to be it for me. Yeah, you're gonna love this, Big and Tatted. This game's awesome, man. It's a good time. It's a really good time. You're gonna like it. I don't see how you could not. All right. All right, gents. That's gonna be it for me for the day. Again, sorry I was late today. We should be on time tomorrow. I do believe we'll be on time tomorrow. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for spending time with me. I love you. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Have fun. Play games. Take care of each other. I will get that. Whatchamahoo's I'll get that poll dropped into the Discord server. I'll try and get that done tonight. At the very least, I'll get it in there this weekend. But I'll try and get it done tonight. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then yeah, and then we'll go from there. And we'll figure everything out. So yeah, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. I am out of here for now. Bye. See you, bud.